Meghan reveals his social media no appear for a very long time. I've made a personal choice to not have any account. So I don't know what's out there, and many ways that's helpful for me, the Duchess of Sussex said. Meghan Markle is opening up about finding the strength to make difficult decisions and why she has avoided social media in recent years. The Duchess of Sussex took part in another virtual chat with Fortune for its most powerful next-gen summit on Tuesday, sharing how she's learned to, in her words, chase her convictions with action. It's not easy. That's the first place all of us have to start with. Sometimes making the best decision for yourself and your family might not be the most popular one, she told Fortune's associate editor, Emma Hinckliffe, from her new home in Santa Barbara. My faith is greater than my fear, said Meghan, who moved to California with her husband Prince Harry and their son Archie after the couple stepped down as senior working royals earlier this year. It has to be greater than whatever fears are hindering you from taking that step. She also talked about exercising her voice, which she had largely been unable to use when she was a senior working member of the royal family. Your voice matters, she said. You realize it more when you are not able to exercise it. Regardless of my experience over the last few years compared to anyone's experience, you can't take for granted the ability you have as a woman to be able to be heard. And now with the platform that people have on social media to actually have that voice heard for a larger audience, I think it's a huge responsibility. She then revealed why she has avoided social media in recent years. For my own self-preservation, I have not been on social media for a very long time, she shared. I had a personal account years ago, which I closed down, and then we had one through the institution and our office that was in the UK. That wasn't managed by us, that was a whole team, and so I think that comes with the territory for the job you have. I've made a personal choice to not have any account, so I don't know what's out there, and many ways that's helpful for me, she added. I have a lot of concerns for people that have become obsessed with it. And it is so much a part of our daily culture for so many people that it's an addiction like many others. There are very few things in this world where you call the person who is engaging with it a user. Hinckliffe even asked Meghan how motherhood has changed how she feels about leadership. It's interesting because my gut is that it makes you more courageous, it makes you so concerned for the world they are going to inherit, she said. So the things you're able to tolerate on your own are not the same that you're going to put your child in a position of vulnerability for. You go every single day, how can I make this world better for Archie? That is a shared belief for my husband and I. At the same time, I'm cautious of putting my family at risk by certain things. I try to be very clear in what I say and not get controversial, and instead talk about things that seem very straightforward, like exercising your right to vote. I think that's as simple as it comes and as necessary as it comes, and to that point as a parent, I can enjoy all the fun and silliness and games with my son, but I wouldn't be able to feel proud of myself as a mom if I didn't know that I wasn't doing my part to make it a better place for him. Looking to the year ahead following her and Harry's production deal with Netflix, and their continued work on their new Markle organization, she added, everything I'm doing is for Archie, our son. There's a lot that I'm excited about, certainly in creating programming and content that is conscious and inspiring and has a call to action and is uplifting. And I'm excited to be back home in the States, and hopefully as things start to open up a bit more with pandemic, just to be back and engaging and interacting with people in a different way. And in a way that will allow me to roll my sleeves up and really be boots on the ground back at home. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, made the comments from her new California home as she was interviewed for the Fortune Most Powerful Women Next Gen Summit. The Duchess of Sussex opened up about being courageous, saying sometimes making the best decision for yourself and your family might not be the most popular one, as she sat down to discuss how she's learned to chase her convictions with actions during the Fortune Most Powerful Women Next Gen Summit. Speaking from her home in Santa Barbara, Meghan continued, but when you really know who you are and you know what your belief system is and you live by truth, then I think that can start to peel away the layers of where the fear comes in. She recommended remembering the phrase "my faith is greater than my fear" when taking action or making decisions. Speaking from her home in Santa Barbara, Meghan was asked by Fortune's Emma Hinckliffe how she overcomes fear. When she was asked about being limited in what she could talk about, which appeared to allude to her time as a working member of the royal family. Meghan said, "I think there's an incredible opportunity for everyone to recognize that your voice matters, and I think you realize it more when you are not able to exercise it. So regardless of my experience over the last few years compared to anyone's experience, you can't take for granted the ability you have as a woman to be able to be heard. And now with the platform that people have on social media, to actually have that voice heard for a larger audience is a huge responsibility. It's a privilege, but it's also a responsibility." As she admitted that hasn't had her own personal social media account for a long time. The Duchess touched on people using their voices on social media, saying, "If you don't agree with something, don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution. Don't hate, share something from the right side of the issue so that that's what goes viral." Meghan also opened up motherhood and being Archie's mum, saying, "It makes you more courageous, it makes you so concerned for the world they are going to inherit." The Duchess spoke about doing her part within her work, saying, "I think so much of the focus that I have had since I was very young, from the age of 11 I was interested in gender equity, and in women having a seat at the table and having their voices heard. I think that is of fundamental importance, certainly now more than ever. Racial justice resonates for me on a personal level, being a woman of color. But outside of that, I think it just goes back to fundamental human rights, which should be important to all of us. So when we look at it through that lens, every day if you do one small thing to help someone else, you do one small thing that's going to move the needle in the direction of good, then you can go to sleep well knowing that you've accomplished something not for yourself, but for others." Meghan previously made an appearance at the Fortune Most Powerful Women Virtual Summit last month, where she spoke about the importance of creating humane tech. Meghan said, "If you're not in school, then you're finding yourselves on your devices or online more, right? And there's a lot of vulnerability there that I think so many people are experiencing. Yes, it's a great way to connect, but it also ends up being a place where there's a lot of disconnection. You know, I can speak personally too." Thank you for watching. If you like our video, would you please help us like, share and subscribe our channel. Wish you happy to see our videos. Thank you very much.